Here's presenting our little escapade from the pandemic house arrest. As the situation stabilized in the Nordics, we planned for a quick getaway to our neighboring country in Estonia. We boarded the Tallink-Silja cruise from Helsinki and started our journey towards Tallinn, the capital city of Estonia. The weather was rather cloudy when we reached there and was adding to the pandemic gloom. But thankfully I had these amazing people accompanying me. Unfortunately, I do not have any good videos of the colorful, pebbled medieval old town of Tallinn, but being the foodie that we are, we didn't miss out on recording this. Of course, owing to the current circumstances, we would mostly be on road, so we decided to travel far from the city to a beach town called Pärnu, located at the tip of an inlet of the Gulf of Riga in the Baltic Sea. Undoubtedly, Pärnu is Estonia's favorite leisure destination, offering ample opportunities for a rejuvenating vacation. It's a quaint little town lined with medieval architecture oozing romantic vibes. As residents of Helsinki in Estonia, you can imagine why we ended up eating Georgian, but also because we are as random as our in-house entertainer, constantly trying all kinds of vlogging antiques. As we were wandering around aimlessly, we finally halted at this beach, but walking towards it we realized it was a coastal meadow area surrounded with rich biodiversity habitats, quite different from the usual Nordic and Baltic environments, and is also a popular bird-watching location. Nonetheless, the stunning shades donned by the sky and the shallow water of the swampy land made up for the view and the missing beach. As every leisure trip demands at least one activity, this was it for us. If you have the time like we did, take a day trip to Latvia. We didn't visit the center or capital city Riga, but covered few parts in the north as we witnessed its spectacular landscape. The country is diverse on its own, with abundance of forests, rivers, beaches and sandy shores, and definitely deserves a separate trip. Maybe it'll be next summer for us. We visited two beaches in Latvia. The first one was a random stop made at this beach, so unfortunately none of us remember its name. But the second one was Saulkrastos Baltā. Not sure if I'm pronouncing it correct, but it literally translates to white dune, referring to the beach sand blown over the Baltic ice lake. Saulkrastos beach had this 4-kilometer sunset trail which offers a splendid view of the sea. It's a pity we could only imagine the glorious sunsets during this midsummer noon.
আপনারা কোত্থেকে আসছেন? আপনারা কোত্থেকে আসছেন?
আমি কল্যাণী থেকে।
আপনি?
নদিয়া জেলা, গ্রাম বাংলা।
আমি দার্জিলিং/গোর্খাল্যান্ড জেলা থেকে শিলিগুড়ি থেকে আসছি।
আপনি?
We continued our touristic shenanigans and moved towards our final destination for the day, Turaida Castle. It is a 13th century reconstructed medieval castle cum fort which housed the archbishop and has witnessed numerous wars. One such war gave birth to the popular Latvian love legend of the Rose of Turaida, or Maya, a girl of royal lineage who was in love with the gardener Victor. This castle is located on the opposite bank of the Gauja river from Sigulda, which houses a newer and grander neo-Gothic castle which is also worth visiting. Despite its staunch religious history, Latvia was one of the last corners of Europe to join Christendom. It is said that Latvians are still very much pagan at heart, and what better time to witness those traditions other than Midsummer? But unfortunately, situations demanded otherwise. However, this historical plunge was weirdly refreshing after months of lockdown. It reminded me of how much I miss traveling and exploring new places. We ended our day by cooling off in a cafe and then gorged on the best food we've had in a while in Cesis, another medieval yet modern town with authentic vibe of local Latvian neighborhoods. Our detour on the way back from Cesis to Pärnu had surprises in store for us, as other than witnessing this burning golden sky, we spotted deer, gazelle, fox, and nesting storks. Well, those birds were everywhere. Although Pärnu provides ample opportunities for beach fun activities with its powdery white sand, shallow warm waters in the summer, we had our own share of fun in our resort, taking a break from the scorching sunny day and even practicing some novice swimming antics with our in-house trainer. Our hotel provided this baby-sized jacuzzi in the name of spa. Nonetheless, we spent quite some time in it as it offered good relaxation for our omnipresent Indian gouts. Another popular activity when in Pärnu is exploring the city by bikes. It offers multiple biking routes where one can admire the fishing villages, churches, camping sites. We took the Ikla-Vöiste-Pärnu cycling route, which runs along the coastal line and stretches up to Latvian borders. However, we covered around the first 10 kilometers, starting from Pärnu's main beach via the cycling and pedestrian track along my beach up to Reju beach. Although it was a long route back and forth, the view and the gang coupled with these random cycling contests made this day totally worth all the sweat. We ended our day walking under the midnight sun in Pärnu Beach Promenade, which is a favorite spot for midnight strolls in the city. On our way back from Pärnu to Tallinn port, we took a rather longer route and went towards the far west in Simuna region to see the Struve Geodetic arc listed under UNESCO World Heritage. It is one of the original station points which marks the first accurate measurement of a straight long meridian which established that the earth wasn't flat. Although we had high hopes of interesting learning, the place was quite underwhelming. Nonetheless, the stunning landscape made up for the disappointment and we literally danced our way through the Estonian countryside and suburbs. The clear blue sky and the vast green fields look like nature's own painting, and we only wished to stay there for longer. Maybe it'll be next time in an Estonian countryside cottage. It was just a fun ride all along, as we were weirdly excited to spot old model engines and were similarly happy to be crossed by real ones that we couldn't resist documenting these experiences and vlogging in real time. Well, it didn't go as I had expected.
We are here for taking some pictures
with photographer.
We have just witnessed apparently something kind of Midsummer in Estonia. I don't believe you guys are saying anything. And the sun is just out of the clouds, it's shining bright. We are 5 people in Estonia. This is our car, Land Rover, cruiser. That's it.
Anyway, like all good trips that must come to a happy end, so did ours. Although we were tripping crazy all along with our gang, it's always the people which makes the journey worth the while. So as we bid adieu to Estonia, we knew we would be back soon together.